Good evening from the grow room. So I didn't give you guys a weekly update over the weekend when I did all of the work down here. I guess just the same old normal stuff. Moved some plants over from the seed starter over to the grow out rack on the hydroponics. We had harvested all of the microgreens and didn't plant any a week ago, so there's nothing growing out under light for microgreens right now. We did plant 4 more trays of microgreens, so not a whole lot there, just the normal stuff. We are at harvesting now the top shelf. The lettuces look beautiful and they taste great too. So, but so kind of a midweek check-in here. We got a couple of presents today for the grow room. So let's take a look. So first off, we got a couple of new timers. So the 2 timers here that run the seed starter. I was using timers that only had plugs on one side. They were not grounded, they didn't have the 3rd prong, and they did not have the daylight savings time time changer function. So now these are the same timers that I've been using in the rest of the grow room, so all the timers are the same. They've got that daylight savings time button, so when the clock change comes again this fall and next spring, that will help me out greatly, because all I gotta do is press and hold a button and it changes the time for me automatically. The other thing is it cleans up my wires, because I can put all my power wires on the other side now. So got both of those installed, so those look great along with the rest of them. So that's one, well, technically 2 of the 3 items that I got. Well, the 3rd item that I got is this great big 3-gallon pump sprayer. So I am going to make a modification to this, or a couple modifications, but just like the smaller sprayer, this is what I'm going to use to water microgreens. This is brand new, never been used for any chemicals. Now my plan is, with the 1-gallon sprayer, is to leave that for seed germination for the microgreens. This one I want to set up for watering. That way I can water the microgreens without having to switch anything around with the nozzles, and also this will hold a whole lot more water and be able to water microgreen trays hopefully longer. I should be able to go hopefully a couple of days or more, I don't know, depending on how many trays we're using, before I have to fill it. But I'm just trying to make this also easier as well for Samantha to operate the grow room. So let's take a look at the modifications that I need to make to this. So this has got a pretty hefty wand to it. On the end, this does screw apart here, but I do not want just a straight nozzle. It also screws apart here, and I don't want it to spray. I just want to basically run water out, kind of like a garden hose would be, except out of the pump sprayer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to screw this sprayer off, and now it just has an open end, so that's what I'll use to water with. It'll just basically run out into the microgreen trays. So that's the first modification. The second modification that I need to make is I need to put a longer hose on this. This does not have that long of a hose, but I want to be able to tuck this sprayer kind of over in the corner and use the long hose to be able to run around the grow room. And I've already pre-looked at this, so I kind of know what I'm doing. If I screw this piece off where it connects to the tank itself, it's got the fill line, and I can just pop, excuse me, I'm doing this one-handed, I can just pop that apart. Now, this is like a hose barb type fitting, so if I'm going to have to cut this probably to get it off, but I'll cut the tube and cut it off of this piece, and then the new this barb fitting will just slip right in the new tube. When I get it, I'll get the same size inside and outside diameter tube. I don't know if I'm going to get the reinforced tube or not, just because the reinforcement is stiffer, and I want to be able to easily move it around the grow room. So, but I'll cut that off. I'll slip this onto the new hose, and this just goes over the top to tighten everything down. Basically the same thing on this end. It screws apart. So I screwed the wand off. Now this side was a little bit harder. There was, and I took it out of there, there was a reddish flat washer seal that was in there. Once I picked that out of there, then took me 2 hands to do it again. But again, it has a fitting that slips inside of the hose, and a nut. So again, I'm going to cut this off of here, take this apart, and we'll get a longer hose. So, tomorrow Samantha and I are headed to the big box hardware store. So I'm glad this came in perfect timing, because now I'm going to be able to get the hose hopefully tomorrow, along with a few other things. We're running low on soil for the microgreens. I think I might get some more microgreen trays. Light bulbs. They were out of light bulbs the last time I was there, so I need to get light bulbs. So that's the other thing I need to get. The other thing I did do this past weekend is I did put the lights on the 3rd microgreen shelf. So now we've got lights on 1, 2, and 3. Well, we have light fixtures on 3, but there's no light bulbs on that 3rd tray. I'm sorry, on that 3rd rack or shelf. So hence the reason why I need to get light bulbs. When I picked up that light fixture for down there, because we had one, but we were missing one. When I picked up that light fixture, they were out of light bulbs, so need to pick up some light bulbs for that. And I don't have any spares here either, so need to pick up a couple of just to have some spares on hand. So that's the plan. That's the plan for tomorrow. So more to come on this upgrade of the sprayer and how I'm going to do that.